Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new edition of Merrill's Monday Morning Market Madness, where we take a look at what's going on in the Phoenix Metro residential housing market. Before I get into the numbers and what we're going to talk about today, I wanted to ask you real quick. I am always looking for new ideas of stuff to talk about in this show. So if there's something that you would really like me to address in a future episode, maybe something that that you want me to go deeper on, or something that you'd love to hear, stats about something, let me know, and I will consider it for a future episode. So let's start off with our month's supply of inventory number. Right now, there are 4,865 active listings, 12,413 pending listings, 7,111 homes that have closed in the past 30 days, giving us a month supply of inventory of 0.68. Honestly, the only reason that the month supply of inventory is that high is because January didn't see a ton of closings, and we're starting to see that the total number of pending listings is climbing quite dramatically, which means that in the next 30 to 60 days, the number of homes that will have closed in a 30-day period will be getting much higher. I expect it to go above 8,000. So pretty soon we're going to have a month supply of inventory below 0.5. It is truly dire, desperate out there. I mean, if you're a buyer, it is so tough right now. Multiple offers on everything. It feels like everything is going above list price. We're seeing very fast climbing prices at the moment. Often, it's not uncommon at all right now to see buyers who are having to waive appraisal contingencies or inspections, or shortening inspections, all sorts of things that buy high earnest money, non-refundable deposits. There's all sorts of things going on right now that we haven't seen in the past that buyers are doing to try to get homes under contract. And yes, there's a lot of new construction. I'm sure you drive around and you see homes being built all over the place, but almost all the builders are on massive waiting lists, and they're not even beginning to, if you want to build a home from dirt, most of them are 10 months or more out. So it doesn't work for a lot of buyers who need to buy a home now. And even for the people who it does work for, again, they're on a waiting list. Some of them are doing drawings, lotteries, bidding for the lot. So getting a new build isn't any easier either. The whole entire market is just intense right now. And so because of that, because of these quickly, fast growing prices, the thing that we're hearing and seeing a lot of is people who believe that the market is going to crash, right? No way we can go up that fast without being in a bubble. And that's probably the number one objection that we're getting from clients right now. And I want to address that. I've actually addressed this a lot more in depth in previous episodes. The honest truth is that I really, truly do not believe that we're in a bubble or heading for a crash. I think everyone assumes, because in 2005 and 2006, we saw dramatic house price increases and then it crashed. There's almost this assumption that if it's going to go up crazy like that, then it's definitely going to come crashing down crazy like that again. But you have to remember that the economic recession in 2008 through 2010, that was caused by a housing crisis. And even if you look at previous recessions in our economy, housing prices were not negatively affected in most of the previous recessions. So that one was a dramatic example, probably once in a lifetime. I doubt that we will see a mega drop like that again. But there's a couple of things to consider. Right now, tons of buyers are buying with cash, huge down payments. And there's no bad loans going on right now. And there's virtually no vacant properties. So something that was happening in 2005 and 2006 was a lot of what we can call speculative buying. Buyers would buy a home, no intention ever whatsoever of living in it, but just with how fast the price, they treated it like a stock, like an investment. Hey, I'm going to buy this house. I'll wait 6 months. I'll make the payments and I'll sell it and I'll make $100,000, right? I have not seen that once. Yes, home prices are rising really quickly, but no one's really doing that speculative buying right now. There's such a desperate need for homes that are, needing to be lived in. The rental demand is insane right now. Rental prices are skyrocketing as well, which when rental prices skyrocket, that puts even more demand on the purchase market because people want to get out of their rentals and buy because they're tired of the rents going up by $100 a month every single year. So yeah, no supply, super high demand. There's good responsible lending going on right now. There's really no way to go out and get interest only loans and negative amortization and stated, no doc loans and, all the crazy stuff that happened back then. There's really nothing like that going on. Everyone's getting a standard 30-year fixed rate mortgage. And, we expect that will continue. But here's the thing, the only thing that I could see possibly causing a slowdown in our market, I don't even think it would cause house prices to drop, but maybe I'm wrong. You probably think I'm biased because I'm a realtor, right? So let's look at it from the other perspective. Let's say that I'm wrong about all of this stuff and that the market is going to crash. It still doesn't do you any good to wait, right? And here's why. So everyone, I talk to people all the time who think, well, I'm going to wait for the market to get less competitive, or I'm going to wait for prices to drop before buying. First of all, you could be wrong on that. You could be waiting a very, very long time. In fact, I believe that you're wrong on that. And you might be kicking yourself, 5 years from now because the prices might not drop at all. But if they do, okay, right now you have an opportunity to get a loan at, let's just call it roughly 2.5%. It can vary greatly depending on, lots of factors. I'm not getting into that right now, but let's just say that you financed $400,000 on a home. Your principal and interest payment right now at 2.5% on that $400,000 would be $1,580.48. Okay. Now let's say that interest rates rise dramatically quickly and it causes home values to fall. So let's say interest rates are now 4.5%, which historically is still a pretty darn good rate. Outside, post COVID, it wouldn't be a good rate, but before COVID, 4.5 was quite normal. And after before 2010, you really couldn't even get a rate in the fours. So let's just assume rates are 4.5%. You would have to find the most you could finance to have a similar payment would be $310,000. So you would need the exact same house to drop by almost $100,000. If you finance $310,000 at 4.5%, your principal and interest payment would be $1,570.72. So if you're banking on the market to crash, you better be banking on it to crash by at least 30%. Or more. Otherwise, it's really not worth it to wait because the prices are going to, because your monthly payment will be more. Let's say there is a market correction and home values drop by an average of $20,000. Again, I don't see that happening. But if it did, it wouldn't do you any good because the monthly payment on that new higher interest rate would actually be higher. So the opportunity to borrow money at 2.5%, inflation will probably be more than that. So it's just an incredible opportunity to get a super low payment. Homes are actually really, despite how much home prices have gone up, the affordability index right now is quite good because of how awesome these interest rates are. So again, I just want to reiterate, I'm an advocate. I do not believe values are going to drop, but if I was wrong, it still doesn't do you any good, like I said, because the monthly payment would be higher. And so I think that everyone who's kind of got this thought that they're waiting for the market to crash might want to look at the math on that because I don't see it. I don't think it makes any sense. And I think you need to get into a house now. So anyway, I hope you found this hopefully a little helpful and entertaining. And again, I look forward to hearing some of your ideas of what you guys would like me to talk about in the future. Thanks so much and have a great day.